Quality management. Number one says that the project manager has concerns about the software development project work in terms of quality and has spoken to the developer about the several occasions. This involvement derives from the relationship between project manager and quality management that should complement each other. What specifically is the relationship between the two? A, both of them focus on management responsibility, fulfillment of requirement, continuous improvement, vision by inspection, and product excellence. B, both focus on management responsibility, continuous improvement, prevention over inspection, customer satisfaction. C, both focus on management responsibility, fulfillment of requirements, continuous improvement. And so, what was your answer? I guess your answer was A. So why A?
On that because yes, management response is there. There's the aspect of continuous improvement, prevention over inspection, and product excellence. But where I got confused between A and D is because I kind of missed it as quality management. So for you to continue to do quality management, right? I felt like I just kind of forgot that one. That was why I now picked fulfillment, or I focused more on the product aspect of it. That's why I picked fulfillment of requirements and A. But looking at it, I think it should be D because quality management should include continuous improvement of the product.
Okay. Actually, this particular question does not even require any inferring in any form because this question is more like a direct lifting question. It's one of the first
Okay.
things we did under quality management.
Mm. So meaning
Can you see this?
yeah,
So it has to do with customer satisfaction, management
I said it.
responsibility.
I failed it. It should have been D. Mm.
Okay. So let's go back to the question.
I missed out that quality management. At the time, it was a lot of sentences to read.
Yes. Number two says the project manager of a natural gas discovery software development project is known for his adherence to DEMI total quality management philosophy. Which of the following approach, which to quality can the project team expect him to utilize? Proactive, not reactive, utilization and accountability, constant improvement. What's your answer here?
D.
Okay. Number three, the project manager and his team are using Ishikiwa fish diagram as part of the quality component for the co-extraction project. Of the following, which best describe the reason they are utilizing this diagram? What's your answer?
I put D.
And C, to evaluate project activity that have the potential to create defects, to review symptoms to determine the source of the defect. Okay, correct. Number 4,
Why is it? Why is it correct, please?
because we already
Because
said that.
somehow A and C are a bit confusing.
Okay, now when we were speaking about Ishikiwa diagram, let me quickly run down to that place. We said specifically that it is used for, and that's why we call it cause and effect. That's another name
Yeah.
for it. So it helps us to evaluate and to review. And if you look at the options we have here, where are the options again? If you look at the options we have here, option B says to evaluate project activity and potentially create defects. C says to review symptoms. So you can see why B and C are correct now.
Right. Okay, you can't assess the defects, but you can identify the causes to determine
Yes.
the source of the defect. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So
So
basically, it's just identifying cause. Yeah. And then, yeah.
So number 4 says you are the project manager on a project that will improve the manufacturing process at your company. Quality has been a big issue because there has been an excessive amount spent on inventory, with a lot of waste in the building process and return of product after it has been sold. Presently, the company has Sigma 1 quality standard with its manufacturing process. There's a general belief that there are prices issue behind this problem. Which of the following option appeared to make the most sense in terms of making the process more consistent? What's your answer here?
Okay, so number 4, I picked B.
Okay, so why B?
So there's a lot of English here. So it was making my head burn also. But I considered either B or D. And the reason for picking B is because the last sentence says, which of the following options appears to make the most sense in terms of making the process more consistent? So if you're choosing to ensure that the process is more consistent, it's either it's either A or B
Okay.
or D too. Because I'm thinking D will help you identify what the problem is. You know, they said something about there's a general belief that there are price issues. So that means that they're not certain what the issue is. So that's why I consider D. Then for A, I know that A is something that is like a process improvement kind of approach, quality management kind of approach, or something like that. But
Okay.
my answer or response there was finally went with B, but I'm thinking it's between A, B, or D. I'm not sure.
Okay.
And,
Now, just like you rightly pointed out, now
and
you're saying something?
I said, and I went with B more strongly because B allows you identify the different inventories that you have, right? Because you talked about inventory and then to know what's okay and all of that. So you're not wasting money. So, but the sentence is cost me headache. So I just had to go with the safest, which is B.
Okay. Now, if you remember when I was discussing quality management, I
Yeah.
zeroed it down to 5 major things you should focus on. And part of it
Yes.
was to know the quality tools and what exactly they represent. Now, under
Yeah.
process consistency, we mentioned 2 tools. We mentioned flowcharts and then checklists. So,
Yeah.
regardless of all the story, since the question zeroed down to make process more consistent, then the answer will either be flowchart or checklist, without even checking the options. Without even checking the
Okay.
option, the answer has to
Please can you
be
say that again?
I said without even
Can you
checking the
repeat
option.
what you
Okay.
said?
I
No, I
said
heard that. I want to. You told
okay.
us four things we should focus on.
Yes.
That's why I lost my line.
Okay. I said that to bring quality management down to something simple, there are five
Yeah.
things we listed out that should be focused on. And one of it
Mm.
is to master what all of the quality tools are used for. And then under the process consistency tools, we mentioned two of them. And then one of them is checklist and the other is flowchart. So this question rightly pointed it out, especially in the last sentence, that what we are dealing with here is to make the process more consistent. To make the process more consistent. So without even checking the options, we are looking for
Mm.
checklists or flowcharts in the options.
Mm. Yeah.
That's why B just makes the answer clearer. It's just the answer.
Mm. Mm.
Do you
Okay.
understand?
So B.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Number 5, the project team is ordering a server after discovering that it was missed in the original scope discovery of the project. There's an urgency to have it delivered quickly to minimize schedule slippage. But the project team does not want to spend money from building reserve to pay for the additional shipping charges. Which of the following is the most accurate description of this situation? What's your answer, number 5?
Hmm. I went with B, even though I think it might be C.
Okay. So why B and why C? Hello?
So I went with B because of the schedule. Yes, I'm here. I can hear. I said I went with B because clearly it's a budget issue.
Okay. So we said
But
it also be
I'm
C.
thinking it's C.
So why
Yes,
C?
because of that mutual exclusivity issue, considering that
Can't hear you anymore.
if you had said, talked about time, okay, no, but since shipping fast, it's also time. So I would have said C because they are two independent issues and they don't kind of correlate. But they do.
So actually the answer here is C, and then
Mm-hmm.
the reason is obvious. Now we have
Mm.
two things here that are mutually exclusive, that they can't
Yeah,
go together. We just have to choose one because choosing
yeah.
one automatically nullifies the other one. So shipping fast and then shipping fast and not paying extra will not go together. If you want to shift fast, we have to pay more. So there's a mutual exclusivity issue since shipping fast and low cost do not correlate to each other. So that's what the
Okay.
answer is here.
Mm. So C is the answer.
Yes. Number
Okay.
7.
Mm. Number 5, we said is what B, right?
Number 5. Let me scroll down to
Yeah.
number 5. Number 5 is C.
It's just 5 we answered.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Number 5 is
Because she
C.
said number 7.
Oh,
So I became
it's
confused.
number 6.
So
Going to
it's
number
6 that.
We're going to number 6 now. The finance department is building a call center for its new auto finance division. The project manager and his team completed a model project management plan. The components of the plan will they most likely reference? What component of the plan will they most likely reference during the project's perform quality control process? What's your answer here?
Number 6, I sent in A.
a detailed process improvement plan. The project manager and his team completed a model project management plan. What component of the plan will they most likely reference during the perform quality control? Perform quality control. It's an M&C process. So you said your answer is
A.
A. So why A?
Yeah. So it's building a customer for its new deals. So definitely within a project management plan, even if they didn't talk about a quality management plan, a process improvement plan is actually important because it helps you improve. It's like a quality control process. Remember that question, I think in number one or so, about continuous improvement, which is the four, what did you say it was again?
Number what?
So I'm saying a
Okay.
management, so it's a quality control process. So that's why I picked A. I might not explain it very well because I'm only working based on the knowledge.
Your voice is actually breaking. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, the network is so poor. I said I picked A. Hello?
Hello, I can hear you.
Hello? Okay, I said I picked A because within a project management plan where you have a quality management plan, a detailed process improvement plan is what you reference to if you want to carry out a quality control process. And it links back to question one
Okay.
that I missed out on, where we talked about management days, those 4 points, and I
Okay.
mixed it up instead of picking continuous improvement.
Okay. Now, one thing about performing quality control process,
Mm,
which is an M&C process, and
mm,
there's a general thing that goes with M&C process. What we
mm,
do under M&C is to compare the planned work to the worked plan. That is, we are comparing what has been done to what was planned.
mm,
So if we want to compare the quality that was executed to the quality that was planned, what are we
mm,
going to need? What are we going to be needing to get that done? A says detailed process improvement plan. C says clearly defined standard of acceptable completion criteria. C says complete testing matrix developed into autonomous. D says acceptable quality management methodology and specifics.
quality control.
And
What
then
component of the plan will most likely reference?
when we are doing
Component of the
perform
plan.
quality control,
Mm,
knowing that quality control has to do with dealing with, um, and that's why we have inspection as one of the key tools and techniques there, dealing with what has been done and what was planned.
mm.
So, what do we need to rightly perform that kind of assessment?
It says what component of the plan. So it's referring to a document.
Yes.
So if you want to do that, if you eliminate C, C is an activity.
Okay. Yes.
So you are left with A, B, and D. An acceptable quality management methodology specifics is okay. I still feel it's A because yeah.
Now let's check the slide and see if there's a process and if we can go it out. Because my answer
Okay.
is still going to go around B.
Oh, okay.
Standards of acceptable completion
What
criteria.
component of the plan? Because
But
I
the
know
but the question
PIQ
is,
is
but
a
the
process
question,
improvement.
okay,
Yeah.
But
No,
the
I'm just saying
question,
that because no, please go on.
but the question is that part of the PM plan? Now, B seems right, but the question I'm asking myself is this particular document named among the documents in the PM plan? Now, detailed process improvement plan is a clear document that is it's part of the PM plan, we know.
Yeah.
But then, are we sure this is part of the PM plan? Are you
Yes, it
following my
is.
thought, partner?
Yes, a process improvement plan is actually part of a project management plan, and
Yes,
it's under a quality management plan. It's under the quality management section. So it's
yes.
a
Now,
document that
I
you refer
understand
to.
that.
Mm,
The question I'm asking now that I want you to get is,
mm,
now I'm jumping at B, but before I pick it as an answer, I'm asking myself, is it
yeah.
numbered as part of the document in a PM plan? So you could fit into this question
Mm,
halfway, but then to ask
mm.
myself again, for me to totally say it is correct, that means it must be a document already named as part of the PM plan. I don't know if you get my point.
No, not yet.
No, let me show what I'm talking about. Let's go back to the beginning where we named all documents in the PM plan. Almost there. Okay, so and this is what I'm talking about.
Okay, you can see it.
Can you see this slide? Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see
Can you
it.
see? We can see process improvement plan. It's clearly written.
Yeah.
But then the other one I'm speaking about that has to do with
Mm,
it's not clearly stated as part of the document in the PM plan.
yeah.
So even though it sounds right to me, the reason I'm not going to pick it is because it is not named as a document in the PM plan. And the question clearly states that
Okay.
we are dealing with documents from the PM plan. Do you understand?
So please show the question again. So it
Now, this is
says,
a question. It says the
mm,
project manager and his team completed a model project management plan.
mm.
What component of the plan will they most likely reference? And I've explained that the PM plan is
I get where you're coming from. A and B.
okay,
B sounds like a good response
but it is not,
because
in the PM plan
and this yeah, and it says what components of the plan.
of the plan. So we already said
It's
that
not saying which of the which of the following documents in the
exactly,
plan. It's saying
exactly,
what components, and you definitely have to define standard for acceptable completion
e-
criteria within
exactly.
that
So the
process
question
improvement.
is, so the question now is, out of all these four listed options, how many of them have their representation first? How many of these
Mm,
four options is listed in the PM plan to start with?
mm,
So if we
mm.
cannot dictate, if we cannot remember what should be, now we can also get the answer by looking at which one is in the PM plan, which one is not. You know, we already divided the PM plan like
Mm,
as a textbook that has chapters of different plans. More like, okay,
yeah,
it's a book that has all of those plans in it. So out of the four options, seems like the only one that is in the PM plan is the process
yes,
improvement plan.
yeah.
Now, so I'm trying to indirectly validate your answer.
So it's okay. We can go with B.
No, we are going with
Mm.
A. You know why we are
No,
going
but
with
it
A?
okay. Why?
Now, the question says which of the components, what component of the
What component
plan
of the plan?
will they most likely reference during the project this and that and that. Now,
Mm.
that means our answer must be in the plan.
Yeah.
And then B, C, and D are not in the plan.
Sometimes B can be in the plan, but if we are to go with A, it can be in the plan.
Now, if you go and open a PM book and
Yeah.
get to the chapter where they list the components of the PM plan according
Okay.
to
I'm trying
PMI.
to do that.
Okay, if you can do that now, we really appreciate. Now,
Mm.
according to PMI, now the only
Mm.
times you would see PMI lists that in the in under any document is the document
Mm.
that has to specifically deal with quality.
Yeah.
And that's why if you go to let's say quality management, perform
Mm.
quality control process,
Yeah.
let me quickly push down to that place.
Control find quality. Mm.
Now you can see the key inputs here
Mm.
are okay, the project management plan,
Mm.
which contains which already contains all of those things that we showed earlier. Now,
Mm.
quality matrices, quality checklist. Now, if quality checklist was even part of the options, I would have jumped at it clearly.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
then it's not there. Work performance information, approve change request, and all of that. So another reason why A could be correct is that now out of the options that was listed, none of them clearly is here. The only one that
I
is
can't
in
see
that.
your screen.
Oh, let me share that.
Mm.
Now this is what I'm talking about. Can you see the screen now?
Yeah, I
Perform,
can.
perform quality
Okay.
control.
Yeah.
Now, out of the options we were given from option
Mm.
B to D,
Mm.
I don't know if you can see any of them here. I don't think there's any of them here.
No, none of them are there.
Now, the only one that is indirectly here is A.
Mm.
And why?
Mm.
Because it is contained in the PM plan.
Yeah.
So I've proven that A is correct using two methods now.
Okay.
Do you agree now?
No problem. Yeah, I don't have a problem. That was the response I sent to you, so it's
But we need
fine.
to understand why it is right.
Yeah.
Because now some question puts you in an inconvenient situation that you have to just use a different way to answer it.
Mm. Sure.
Now, the first method I came up with was the fact that now, which of the, I mean, we are talking about the answer must be in the PM plan, clearly written in the PM plan. And then, even though you said it might be sometimes written, but it's not clearly written as part of the document in the PM plan. Secondly, out of the key inputs that comes into perform quality control process,
Yeah.
none of the other option is included, except the
Mm.
fact that the process improvement plan is included in the PM plan. So wherever the PM plan
Yeah.
is, the process improvement plan is also there.
Mm.
So the process
Yeah.
improvement plan is indirectly part of the input here, and then the other
Yeah.
options are both directly and indirectly not here.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's continue. So that's number 6. Number 7, you
Mm.
are the project manager. You are the project manager of a project that will improve the manufacturing process at your company that has one Sigma quality standard with its manufacturing process. The quality has been a major issue because there has been an excessive amount spent on inventory with a lot of waste in the period of the return. There is talk of utilizing quality tool at the company to help minimize this problem. Which of the following options look like the best example of a quality tool for problem isolation?
Mm-hmm.
So
A.
what's your answer here?
I picked A.
So that's it. It's A.
And why?
You said?
Because why? Because it identifies cause and effect, right?
Yes, cause and effect,
But
yes.
yeah.
So evaluation and review.
But the seventh rule is for what? It's for managing, right?
Yes.
It's a
Let me look at the option. Watching for violation of the same rule. Increase the which of the following option look like the best example of a quality tool? Now, this question is kind of funny to me because
mm,
if you look at it, you can as well jump on B.
yeah.
But the only reason I would not jump on B because
Mm,
watching for violation of the seven rule is not a tool. The tool
yeah.
is run chart. The name
Yeah.
of the tool is run chart.
Mm,
So if they have said that, okay, run chart is a tool,
okay.
Fishbone is a
Mm,
tool.
mm.
So
So
checklist is
B
a
and
tool,
C.
flow chart is a tool. So to now say
Yeah.
what for violation of the same rule is a method, is a methodology, not a
Is an
tool.
activity. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
it's not
it's a
a tool.
method. So
So
it takes
even if
out
we
B
don't
and
have
C.
even if they don't put option A there, or if
Mm,
option A is not A is not the first thing we will see there, we'll still have searched
mm,
for something because B looks tricky, but it's not. It's not a tool.
mm, mm. Okay.
Number
No, D,
8.
and another reason why D is not the response is that, oh, okay, I keep mixing this question up, it's fine.
Okay, your answer was D, right?
No, no, my answer is A.
Okay.
But I remember when I was answering, it looked similar to the first one.
Okay. The last sentence is what differentiates all of them.
Yeah.
So when we are talking about um, process consistency, we talk about checklists and then flow charts. So when we talk about problem isolation, we talk about fishbone diagram.
Mm,
So number 8, the project is about to begin testing of the engine is creating. The project manager and his team has decided to use sample testing rather than population testing. Which of the following which is the very reason to use sample testing is inaccurate? What's your answer?
D.
Sample testing is quicker.
Is
Which of the
D.
following reason to use sample testing is inaccurate? So why D?
Because if you think of it, it's like a trick question to me when I saw it. So you do sample testing because sample testing is less expensive because you are able to identify your errors and all of that and avoid future expenditure in terms of defects or anything in the future. Is less destructive because it means that if an error is identified in the future, you won't be destroying all of your items. And sample testing is more thorough, yes, because it's actually a quality control process to ensure that you get like products meet customer satisfaction, all of those 4 points that we talked about before.
Okay.
But you never do it to make things quicker. Do you get what
Okay.
I mean?
I get your
Yeah.
point.
Mm.
But then
It
to
has
look
never
at
been
it,
about. Okay.
look to look at it in another way.
Okay.
Now, the reason sample testing, we can see sample testing is thorough, but then look at what we are comparing it with. We are
Mm.
comparing it with in fact, all of this option is comparing it with population testing.
Yeah.
So nothing is less expensive until you have something you are comparing it with. So in this case, you are comparing sample testing to population testing. So sample
Mm-hmm.
testing is less expensive because of obvious reason. You are testing 10 out of each every 100. So you
I
cannot
missed out
spend,
that population testing. I missed
okay,
out the comparison, but please
okay.
go on. Yeah.
So
Mm,
you cannot, so if you are testing every 10 out of 100 in a million,
mm,
it means you are,
mm,
compare that to testing every 100 in a pack.
uh-huh.
It can't be the same price, so it's less expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Sample
Yeah.
testing is less destructive because if you test every 10 out of 100 and you destruct 2, you can't compare
Mm,
to testing the 100.
yeah.
Even at the same rate, you'll be destroying 20.
Yeah.
Sample testing is more thorough. It is not true because you are testing 10 out of 100.
Okay.
If you are testing the
Oh,
whole
I get
100,
that.
it will be thorough.
Mm.
Sample
Yeah.
testing is quicker, yes, because you are testing 10 out of 100. The time it will take to test 10 out of 100 is different from the time it take to test the whole 100.
Mm.
So the answer really is C, because sample testing is not
Yes.
compared to population testing.
Yeah. I didn't take note of the comparison between population. I missed that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So number 9, the company that won the procurement contract is providing additional functionality and reporting in an effort to win more business from the customer. Which of the following best describe this situation? What's your answer?
I picked B.
The company is go plating. It's obvious.
It's not a good practice.
Yes. Number 10, you are the project manager on a project that will improve the manufacturing process at your company, which has a Sigma 1 quality standard with its manufacturing process. Quality has been a major issue because there has been an excessive amount spent on inventory and a lot waste in the building. Which of the following is best approach to increase your quality standard? Best approach to increase the quality standard. What's your answer?
I picked A.
Watching for violation of 071. Best approach to increase the quality standard. So why here? Hello? Hello? Hello?